Hi there, my name is Kirby Jackson. I'm going to do my 2015 Focus Walkaround. Hi there, how are you today?
Hi, I'm Simon.
Simon, I'm Kirby.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Highbury Ford.
Thank you.
I spoke to you earlier on the phone. I believe you were looking at the 2015 Ford Focus. We have one here in the showroom. It's actually one of our most popular vehicles. We put it right at the front door here at Highbury Ford. First thing you're going to notice with this Focus is the front end. They've changed the front end quite a bit compared to the 2014 model. So the 2015 is actually a more aggressive front end. You can see it right away. They've changed the grille, they've changed the front fascia and the hood design on this vehicle, which makes it a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit more sleeker, and you can see that aggressive look on this, which there's something that they're putting on all of the new Ford branding. I'll show you here under the hood. One of the things you'll notice right away that stands out quite a bit is there's some yellow under the hood. And the way they do that is so that you'll actually recognize the points of interest of areas that you'll be actually looking at under the hood. So first thing you're going to do is when you're popping your hood, you'll see that there is the yellow release to pop the hood. You can actually check your oil with yellow dipstick holder. Your prop rod is easily noted here, coolant, and to your washer fluid jug, which is blue because washer fluid typically is blue. I want to make sure you're color coding with your fluids. This is a 2-liter engine, posts about 160 horsepower, which is great. It is a very performance-related engine and fuel. Very fuel efficient. This vehicle actually averages about 8 liters per 100 between the highway and the city. One of the other things that you'll note is it's got a 6-speed transmission. It's a power shift transmission, which is new for 2015. Some of our customers actually had some issues with our previous transmission. They noticed it had a bit of a shudder. So what they've done is they've improved that by adding this new transmission with the 6-speed. So you get 100% of the torque 100% of the time. There are no lags any longer with our transmission. Coming around to the side here, one of the other things you'll see is when you're in tight parking spaces now, I know you've been in the dollar stores, things like that, it's getting tighter and tighter, and people will walk by your car, they'll actually knock your mirror. So instead of knocking your mirror off, it just puts it out of adjustment, and you can just put it right back on. So you're not having to worry about having damage to your vehicle in a parking lot. If we look inside here, there are a few other changes. You're going to actually note on the new Focus, they used to actually have the door locks for the Focus in the center of the vehicle. It's now on the doors of the vehicle, so you can actually lock and unlock your vehicle from the doors, which is a new feature on the Focus. Some people were having trouble finding where the door locks were. You'll also notice that the dash is really cushy. If you want to feel that, you get an idea of how soft that is. That's something you typically only find in some luxury sedans, and they've added that to actually absorb some of the road noise and some of the sound that you're going to hear. They've also done, to improve upon that, they've added triple window seals all around the doors and the trim, so that way you're going to have less road noise inside the vehicle, and it's going to be actually a more pleasurable drive. We'll look in the back here. As you can see, the seats do fold down. Now, if we want to fold it down all the way down, we can actually just flip this bottom seat forward. You can have it full access with it flat. So if you do have something longer that you could put in, it's nice with the 60-40 split. You don't have to put the whole seat down. Someone could still sit over there, and you can have your hockey stick come through this side, so it's not jabbing into their side of them while they're driving. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, it's really hard actually. Something new in the design. What they've done is instead of a big circle here for a gas cap, they've actually integrated the gas into the gas cap into the side of the vehicle, so it blends with the body lines. And we have what's called our easy fill gas cap. So there's no more leaving your gas cap on the pump. All you do is you insert the pump here and away you go. It's kind of like the NASCAR. They just bring it and go. Right. If it was good enough for NASCAR, it's good enough for us. So coming around to the back of the vehicle, you stand back, you'll actually see the tail lights. They stand out quite a bit. You get your third brake light. Everything is there. But in the event you're at the side of the road, you have no power, you are stranded, there are reflectors along the bottom so that you will get some of the light from vehicles coming, which is something that's really nice to know. Not always will they see these taillights flashing. You'll actually have the reflectors. So to pop the trunk on this particular vehicle, as long as the doors are unlocked, there's a micro switch right under here. You take a look, you'll actually see that. On some vehicles, they actually have a latch which will freeze. This will stop the latch from freezing. You'll also see we have a third brake light or sorry, backup camera on this particular vehicle, standard for 2015 on all Focuses. So in the back here, there's tons of room. I can fit in there, just don't ask me to climb in. You know, I know I'll fit. A couple of guys that put me in there, they thought it was funny. All right, so we have tons of space in this vehicle. Like I said, the seats will fold down, so if you do need to put your drum kit in there, it will fit. All right, if you look up here, I don't know if you're left-handed or right-handed, but they've catered to both people, so that if you are a left-handed individual, you are. Yeah. What, would you like to try that? Because sometimes it's awkward on there. You notice how nice and tight that is? The reason for that is you have these struts. These struts typically on other manufacturers will be on an angle. So the strut's actually through halfway, so it's not in its power stroke. These struts are going to last a lot longer, being straight up and down. So come around this side, something that's really nice to see now is on the window sticker, they actually have a new method of doing gas mileages. So instead of it being highway, city, in the most optimal conditions, we actually have multiple stages. So it's done in cold weather, warm weather, different driving situations, so it's more of a realistic number. As I said to you in the beginning, it's about an 8.28% per 8 liter per 100 on average. So depending on if you do a lot of city, do a lot of highway, the average is going to be around 8. Okay. If we look in the back here, I don't know if you're planning on having family or children, there is tons of space, and what they've done is this seat's probably in a great position for the average driver. They've actually notched out the back of the seat so that you have some more leg room. Pretty comfortable, isn't it, Simon?
Yes, it is.
That's very nice. Another thing you're going to want to know is your rear passengers are protected in the event there is a collision. The reason for that is there's actually a side curtain airbag that comes down, so you're actually in a safety cell so that the actual vehicle itself is captured. And they've added actually one more airbag in this vehicle for this year, and it's going to be across the knee in the front. And I'll show you that when we come to the front of the vehicle. So right here, normally, you would have your regular airbags, which is going to be your steering wheel airbag, your passenger airbag, your side airbag, and your curtain airbag. What they've added is, right under here, there's actually an airbag that'll come out, and it's going to protect your knees. They're seeing a lot of collisions that are happening. People are actually getting their legs damaged. This is going to help prevent that. Okay? If you wanted to just walk around to the other side, we'll step in. I'll show you some of the features of the inside of this vehicle. All right, Simon, as you can see in the vehicle, they've kind of given it a nice, comfortable, relaxing feel. And as you can also see, in 2015, they actually increased the button size in the vehicle. For some of our customers are saying they're a little bit tight, they're a little bit harder to see. So what they've done is they've spread it out nicely so you can actually see a layout of all the buttons. Now that's if you were parked and you did want to play around with your buttons on here. What they've done is, if you look in the steering wheel, we have 5 button positions on the steering. So on this side, there's a screen on the dash where you can see all the information that's going on with your vehicle. So say fuel consumption, information about when your next oil changes are, when it'll be actually, how far you can go before you're out of fuel, which is kind of important. Now on this side, it's going to control the screen on the right side, which is your radio controls, your music, things like that. And this vehicle does have Bluetooth, so if you notice right here, you can answer or hang up the phone, which is kind of nice. Or you can ignore a call if it's coming through and you don't want to speak to that person. All right. As I said, this vehicle does have a backup sensor, and that screen will come up right up here. So you'll actually be, once we put it into reverse, it will come up on the screen. Backup camera, absolutely. Nice. So it's kind of nice. You don't want to run over any little kids.